Tyler nursing students are getting a lesson high in the sky without ever leaving the ground. It's a simulation, by the way, where students learn what it's like to provide clinical care aboard a medical flight. KLTV7's Michael Richardson shows us the special training for the flight nurses of tomorrow.
Inside this helicopter, no one is going anywhere. And that's the point. On the Health Science Center campus is a new helicopter critical care transport simulation center, where future medical professionals can take what they've been taught in the classroom to a confined space, just like that of a moving helicopter.
This is something that's going to be extremely valuable for training flight crews, but also people like me who wanted to get into the flight industry, but we're looking for a way to kind of learn the ropes before we get in.
The helicopter can't actually be flown. Instead, the focus is on providing clinical care, from fixing blood pressure to breathing problems. The medical world is one Brian Winchell lives daily as a Christus Health Flight for Life nurse. He says the program will be a benefit to East Texas.
It's like going into an ambulance or going into an ICU room and taking over care for a patient has its own set of challenges. Then the logistics of placing them in a helicopter and dealing with the clinical challenges in a smaller moving environment are a huge part of the job.
UT System Chancellor John Zerwas says the center is a long-term investment for the Tyler Institution.
This is a great example of what they're doing to try to really better meet the needs of the rural population in this particular area.
Michael Richardson, KLTV7 News.
Quite cool. Students start using that simulator next week, too.